Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bitch Bible motherfucking podcast. I wrapped my tour yesterday, which is, the fact that I'm just like back on the mic. God forbid she take a week off. I'm so exhausted in my bones, but I have so much to say still, which is, I don't know, a conundrum I'm never gonna really understand, and I think it's a good thing. I had originally agreed to do 4 shows for the Dim the Lights tour. Then last minute, they're like, let's bump it to 5. I'm like, whatever, fine. 5 and done. Then somehow it turned into me touring since fucking July, a grand total of almost 20 shows, okay? Including matinees, 3 shows in 24 hours, flying all over the country, whilst Andrew is also on tour and finishing all of these albums. The timing wasn't unbelievable, but I did it. I truly had the best time. For anyone that bought a ticket, showed up, supported me, I want to say thank you so much. The LA show was like, I think I'm still processing, and that sounds really dramatic, by the way, because like I'm not fucking Beyonce, and I want to be so clear. The thing that I've learned on this tour, the thing that has reignited my self-love is that I really don't take any of this that seriously. And I think that when you go out, when you spend 13 years talking into an abyss of silence, like into a microphone, the first 12 years, there was no video. It was very much so just like me in my house talking into a microphone. And obviously, like you see the payoff, but for someone, seeing is believing. And when you go and you are able to like sell tickets and meet human beings that actually listen, it kind of like clicks it into 2020 vision where you're like, oh, this is real. Because there's definitely a level of imposter syndrome when you're just a podcaster. I only consider myself a podcaster. So, I have felt very much so that I've been bamboozling bitches since, 2011. But when you're able to sell tickets and tour and meet people and have conversations, something registers in the brain. And I think it's very easy to be like, oh my God, and like enamored with yourself, which I would just like to go on record and say, I am so not. You know what I'm proud of myself for? Like none of the obvious things. I am proud that at my LA show, I have friends in the audience that I have known since elementary school. I'm happy that my family shows up for me. That is something that's like my takeaway. That's what makes me proud of myself, because I find all this to be ridiculously stupid. And I mean that not to be like insulting, but I just, there are people that like there's elementary school teachers, okay? The most underpaid, like people that take care of our children, okay? And like nourish the brains. There are people that are like curing cancer. So to talk shit into a microphone seems really ridiculous, but to be able to sustain friendships and relationships and have people show up for you and like really know that you're not an asshole at the core is something that I'm proud of. And I had the best time. The craziest thing about the Los Angeles show is that, so I'm playing all these movies from my childhood that are like disgraceful, okay? And they were for no one. The videos were for no one, okay? Obviously, I found them like much later in life. I had buried them so deep that I forgot so many of these moments and videos, and it's really just me alone in a tripod. Heather McMahon said this best, okay? She's like, you had no friends as a kid. I'm like, no, I swear to God I did, but I just had a better time with myself. So all of it was for no one, okay? I couldn't have paid my friends, my family to sit down and watch these videos. And I very much so tried as a kid, okay? Every Sunday I was like, gather round, the living room matinee will begin at 3 p.m. everybody, please sit down. We're selling tickets. My parents are like, no, we live with you. We've got the real thing. We don't fucking care. So to then, this is the best part. I made my whole fucking family buy a ticket. There were 0 comps at the Los Angeles show. Okay. I made my dad buy a ticket. I made my grandma Gloria buy a ticket. I made my sister buy a fucking ticket. I couldn't pay them to watch it as a child, but I made them pay to watch it as a fucking adult. And if that isn't just a full circle catharsis, I don't know what is. I had such a great time. Do you know what it does to the soul to bully your first boyfriend? Okay. I had my 12-year-old boyfriend in the audience with his wife, who are great friends of mine. And we dated for a week. He broke up with me on my 12th birthday. To have a crowd boo him with a spotlight. Okay, the catharsis is priceless, okay? Priceless. To be able to stand on a stage and say, you motherfucker, can't buy it. You can't buy it. It was unbelievable. I had so much fun having my son on that stage. Oh, having my best friend Max, having my 95-year-old grandmother. I had such a time. I could have been up on that stage for 3 hours, just free balling. But now I'm done and I'm never going back, because where do I find my happiness? Not really on a stage. I find it at the Calabasas Bristol Farms. I find it buying pillar candles at Cost Plus World Market. Don't sleep on Cost Plus World Market, okay? 3 for $12 Christmas ornaments. You know what I did yesterday? I put up my winter festivity bush, okay, aka a Christmas tree, but I really don't want my mother to poltergeist me. Did I not hit record? I did. Oh, thank God. I'm a little hoarse this evening because I have been talking. You know what the best part of about my LA show is? Then we'll get back to Cost Plus World Market. So my whole family went to Musso and Frank's. They're celebrating. They're drinking teenies. My dad's like, my cute dad, he brought a cooler to the green room, okay, he had a balsamic glaze that he brought in a Tupperware with like rogue prosciutto, abortion, plates, knives. He went and picked me up caviar. He had a couple Modelos. He brought coolers of things like a tinned fish, which we're going to get into. This episode is titled Tinned Fish. It's a working title. We're going to figure out what's a better one, but it's a theme here. I said, Dad, what is this? He said, I thought it would be, this is my cousin. I cannot. He said, I thought it would be nice to have a little cheese plate backstage. I said, Dad, no, we're not hitting a balsamic drizzle on a paper plate. Like, love you so much, but we're not making salami rosettes, okay? This is grimy. This is gritty, okay? This is tour life, baby. I'm lucky if I get a chicken tender and a manager special crudité platter. What's on your rider, Jackie? I think I've already discussed this. Fiji waters or Essentia, microplastics for days. Mountain Valley in the glass bottles doesn't translate well like to the Philly crusty ass green rooms, which happen to be one of my favorite venues. I mean, I did love that bedazzled Belvedere, but so we go Fiji, we go Essentia, caffeine-free Diet Coke. You heard it here first, okay? Belvedere, olives, martini olives, blue cheese, and that's it. Oh, no, that's not it. A manager special crudité. Did I say that already? I'm not like working with a full deck. And a hummus. Just a basic hummus, okay? A little tender veggie beforehand. And yeah, a steamer. So we ordered panini, kebab. I don't really know where I was going with this. Oh, no, I know where I was going with it. So my dad brings back 700 people to the green room. Like I'm like dry heaving in the bathroom. I'm like, I need space. I need silence. And of course I have Max backstage with me who knows me so well that I need to exchange no words. He looks at me. He says, I swear to God, I start going really quiet. I'm like, fuck, I got to think about like what I'm doing here. How am I getting Clyde on the stage? Like I'm trying to navigate all of the things. Meanwhile, when when people are backstage, I just go into hosting mode. I'm like, can I get you a drink? Would you like a salami rosette? Perhaps the tinned fish? I'm going to order panini. I'm getting panini kebab grill. It's across the street. We're going to get some platters of kebab. Do you like the hummus plate? Oh, wait, Joe's a vegetarian. I'm going to get a veggie skewer. Like I start just naturally doing that. Max goes, go in the bathroom. I will handle this. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I understand. Go in the bathroom. I will handle this. To have a friend that understands you on a cellular level where you don't even have to say anything, he starts like diverting family members. He's like, hey, why don't you go check on Gloria upstairs? We're going to touch Jackie up. She needs to change. Like he just starts like moving bodies and clearing out the riffraff. Okay. Like only a best friend can do that knows you. I'm like, no, I'm fine. He's like, no, you need quiet. You need quiet. It's time. You're going on stage in 3.5 minutes. Like you don't need like your dad's accountant back here with the balsamic drizzle. Like I'm going to handle shit. I'm like, okay, great. Do it. Be the bad guy. So after the show, everybody comes back. I do my meet and greet. There is nothing more embarrassing than seeing your friends and family watch you do a meet and greet because they're all just like laughing at me. And once again, it is not lost on me. I am not Beyonce. I don't take any of this that seriously. I really do love meeting everyone in the meet and greet. That bitch in the pink Bottega jacket, I think her name was Jill. You're a fucking bitch. I would just like to say that. This bitch, okay, by the way, I caught her from the corner of my eye. She had the audacity to show up to my LA show in the never to be found again pink Bottega canvas jacket with the fondant or like burgundy woven leather collar, looking so goddamn cute. I now would like to purchase that jacket. And guess what? I can't. It's gone. I was like, how much is it going to take for me to take that jacket off of your brittle, gorgeous body? What a fucking bitch. Okay. But other than her, and I'm kidding, I love her. Meeting everyone it's fucking great. Only because everyone is so funny, honestly. So funny. And I do kind of love the rapport, which is off brand for me. So I do the meet and greet. My friends are heckling me, taking pictures, like sending me awful memes, which we love. And then my manager, Dunya, is like, we've got some industry people. And I'm like, oh my God, fuck my life. Okay. And I go back, we're schmoozing. I got people at the back bar. I'm doing the thing. It's LA. And then I checked the clock and it was 9:40 and I politely excused myself from my own post-show, like industry kibitz. I said, listen, I want to say thank you all so much for coming. I am actively trying to do less work, so I'm going to excuse myself. I have to go home because I have a baby that's going to resurrect at 6:30 p.m. And unfortunately, Andrew has left me for dead. So thank you so much for coming, but I'm going to go. And that is something I'm also proud of, okay? I'm not getting on my hands and knees and barking for a treat. I got to go home. Jackie Schimmel always goes home. And you should know that. My dad's like, Musso and Frank's, I got a booth. I said, Dad, I gotta go home. You know what I did? I laid out my pajamas before I left. I folded a fresh pair of Skims pajamas out on my bed. I put fresh flowers by my bedside. I made my magnesium drink, a chilled bottle of Fiji. I got all my bath stuff ready. I came home. I took a bath. I watched Scary Island. I took my Unisom. I went to bed and I woke up with my child. We had bagels and we watched The Holiday and then put up our winter festivity foliage bushes, okay? AKA those motherfucking Christmas trees. We're calling them a Hanukkah pine, if you will. But it's, at the end of the day, just a straightforward Christmas tree. I was only going to put one up, but then I thought, I've got two, and we're putting them up. I had this box. This is where tinned fish comes into play. She always lands the plane. It's a little rinky, but it's a little rinky-dink, skidamarinky-dinky-dink, but we do land that plane. I was unboxing my ornaments and my Amazon crystals, and I found all of these ornaments. We weren't able to do a tree last year because we were in a flash flood mold infestation. Who could forget? But this year, I found this box of ornaments from years past, 2 years ago. And there's the obvious. There's like a London, what is it called? Like a telephone booth. There's an Eiffel Tower, dumb. There's a lion. There's a crystal Jewish star. There's a peace sign, shaka shaka. And then I found a glittery tin of sardines with a tag on it that I paid $28 at an anthropology for. And I sat on the playroom floor, just inspecting this glittery can of sardines. And I thought, what is the message behind this? And then I started really peeling back the layers, and I'd like to present a case study to society. When did we start glamorizing tinned fish? Okay. On a global scale, what does the sardine represent to us as a culture? Is it like jet set, like Italian vacay, like après sun, Aperol spritzes at the beach club, like Missoni cover-ups? Like, is that what it represents to everybody that maybe can't attain that jet set Italian, like Dolce Vita? Is it La Dolce Vita for people who maybe aren't living La Dolce Vita? So instead you can go to your anthropology and get like a melamine, like sardine tray for your outdoor barbecues. And then that has trickled into sardine ornaments for $28 for that Dolce Vita touch. Like, I want you to close your eyes. Imagine how many times you've gone to an anthropology, a Nordstrom rack, and you see a sweater that says sardines. Like, they exist. Like sardine ornaments, sardine La Dolce Vita pajamas, like sardine towels. We've got the sardine towels. Why the fuck? Whoa. I took my NAD this morning. Why the fuck are we wearing sweatshirts with sardines on them? Sardines is basically fucking cat food. It's bottom feeder fish. What the fuck are we doing? How has nobody blown the whistle? It's been 2 years of La Dolce Vita via sardines. Oh my God. I'm sweating. With the sun going down at 2 p.m., I find myself craving comforting home-cooked meals more than ever. The problem is that I also want to be in bed by 6 p.m. sharp. Home Chef makes it easy with their oven-ready options and hearty recipes that hit the spot without me stressing over what's for dinner. Home Chef is rated #1 by users of other meal kits for quality, convenience, value, taste, and recipe ease. Home Chef makes cooking simple, fresh food delivered, easy recipes to follow, and meals that actually taste great. And now with Gordon Ramsay's exclusive recipes on the Home Chef menu, you can enjoy 5-star meals without the stress. Choose from Gordon Ramsay's co-branded dishes featured across Home Chef's culinary collection, classic meal kits, and express options, each crafted to make you feel like a chef in your own kitchen, okay? Home Chef has you covered whatever you're looking for. There's even a dedicated family menu for hassle-free delicious dinners. Also, it's not one size fits all. They have over 30 meal options each week with choices for different diets and tastes. For a limited time, Home Chef is offering my listeners 50% off and free shipping for your first box plus free dessert for life. Go to homechef.com/Bible. That is homechef.com/Bible for 50% off your first box and free dessert for life. Homechef.com/Bible. Must be an active subscriber to receive free dessert. You have probably seen a million ads for hair growth products and thought, sure, Like that works. Every bitch with a blowout is hawking some serum on Instagram, but here is the truth. Nutrafol is not like the rest of them. Nutrafol is physician formulated, clinically tested, and dermatologist recommended. Plus, more importantly than any doctor, Nutrafol has the Jackie Schimmel seal of approval. It saved me from my postpartum Vakakta hairline, and now my hair is so much stronger, fuller, and shinier even without the extensions. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million people. You can feel great about what you're putting into your body since Nutrafol hair growth supplements are backed by peer-reviewed studies and are NSF content certified, the gold standard in third-party certification for supplements. I was on Jeff Lewis last week with Molly Sims, and we both in unison, he was talking about just like having some hair growth issues, and we were like, Nutrafol, honey, it really, really works, both of us. And you know, you can't write it. See thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code Bible. Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code Bible. That is Nutrafol.com, promo code Bible. I just need to hydrate. I'm having a fucking breakthrough, okay? Like, are sardines international? What the fuck is going on? A hat with a sardine on it. Who hurt you, okay? I love an omega-3 more than anybody, but the fact that me, who is that girl I see? Cue Mulan. The fact that 2 years ago, I went to an Anthropologie and I spent $28 on a glittery sardine. I can't get over it. I'm part of the problem. It got to me. They broke me. I'm an omega-3 enthusiast, but sardines, Jackie Schimmel is saying no to sardines. And I hope you will join me on this charitable initiative, okay, on this proactive awareness march that I will be leading, okay, where? To the local Anthropologie with a trail of sardines, okay, and cats everywhere. It's fucking cat food. We've gone rogue. What else do I want to talk about? BravoCon. Oh my God, wait, no, there was a deaf girl at my LA show. Inclusive she is, okay? We've got our tentacles, our yenticles, and everything. I am so proud of her. I love her so much, okay? I wish I had a translator for her, but we did have subtitles because I'm a woman of the people. I did not get to meet her, but I got a lot of DMs about this. And I just want to say thank you for coming from the bottom of my heart and having such a durable spirit and amazing top tier sense of humor to endure all of my Helen Keller jokes. You are a breed above. So thank you. Okay, we're also going to talk about BravoCon. I need to land the plane on BravoCon. Then I'm going to talk shit about Andrew. I have to like verbalize this out loud just so I know where I'm going. Otherwise, I'm going to scream about fish for the next 30 minutes, tinned fish, which we're not going to do. BravoCon, aka Revolve Around the World. People ask me if I'm going to BravoCon. If I'm being paid, I would go to BravoCon. I was watching some of those panels. You guys, we gotta like pump it up, okay? No like stage factor. We gotta just like really get in there. We gotta slice, we gotta dice, we gotta keep it moving. We gotta ask the juicy questions, okay? Now, I did have a lot of friends that were there that were like really handling their business. Good job, bravo, gold star in the forehead. Is Jackie Schimmel ever going to BravoCon? I don't think so. I don't know that that's my vortex anymore. I think when I started this podcast, I was signed with the same company that did Watch What Happens Live. So I naturally got fed a lot of Bravo talent, which I was so grateful for because like I was coming from a reception desk. I had no pre-existing platform. I didn't own a laptop. I didn't have an iPhone. I didn't have Instagram, wasn't even around. You have to understand, I've been podcasting so long, Spotify didn't exist. There were no categories. There was 10 shows. It's the only reason I was able to like actually garner any type of listenership is because I don't even know if there was like another there might have been, I think, Lady Gang and Heather McDonald and who else? Like Joe Rogan and like NPR. There were no podcasts. So it was like really easy to get started and really easy to chart because you only had 4 to pick from, right? So I naturally was fed a lot of Bravo celebrities, and I think like a couple years in, I was like, wait, I don't want to like do the Bravo. Like that's not like my wheelhouse. And now thank God I pivoted because there's a million Bravo shows, many of which I'm friends with the host, but like that's not my genre anymore. I just love housewives. You know what I mean? I find it to be like a sociological case study. So I refer to them often because those are my stories. Those are my recalibration. Those are my girls, but I don't need to go to Bravo. You know, I'm not putting on like a bodycon dress and like a Steve Madden heel and like schluffing around Vegas at this point in my life. If I was paid, I'd think about it, but not for me. Best dressed at Bravo, Lisa Barlow. I know like it doesn't translate. The fit on a lot of her clothes is not right. I know exactly what she's going for. When she was in, I don't know who makes it, but she's doing a lot of like Attico, Mugler. Like I know what she's doing. She was wearing like this green oversized like shoulder pad kind of like shift dress with like the thigh high crazy leather boots with the sunglasses and the necklace. So fucking cool. I totally get what's happening. I do wish the dress was fitted better, but I also like an oversized shoulder pad. Like give me a shoulder pad and an oversized like with a thigh high boot. I'm fucking game with stick straight hair. Love it so much. So I feel like Lisa Barlow is always great. Also like Rachel Zoe, 100%. Like 100% in that like vintage fur yellow with like a leather paint, like 100%. Yeah, we're going to do that with a ring on every finger. Yeah, that kind of works for me. Like worst dress. Also, actually, you know what? All the Atlanta women, I saw a panel, fucking loved it. Like Portia, fucking loved it. Loved it. Okay. Carolyn Stanbury's always well dressed, although I saw her, she was wearing a red tight, a black shoe, and a brown dress. I like a color block. Those colors to me, like the red, the red and the brown and the black, that didn't work for me. I would go brown, green, like olive green, black, but the red with the brown, it's giving too many bodily functions. It's giving blood and feces. Like if you're gonna pick, here's a thought that just popped into this little pea brain that is fighting for its life right now. The NAD just kicked in. If you're going to do a color that resembles a bodily fluid, you just got to be careful. You can't mix bodily fluid colors. Unless it's white, doesn't count. White would be semen, in case you're stupid. White doesn't count. But like if you're going for a brown, okay, a yellow, a green, that's a booger. I don't think that you can do more than one bodily fluid color per outfit. Black, there's no bodily fluids that are black. Unless you have like a charcoal defecation situation. If you've ever taken an activated charcoal pill, you know what I'm talking about. But that doesn't count. Black and white doesn't count. So I would say brown, I would say yellow, I would say red, blood, and I would say green. We got to be careful about mixing those. And you heard it here first on the Bitch Bible podcast. Breakthrough. Let's talk shit about Andrew now. Here's the problem. I married a man in the music industry, one that is successful in working, thank fucking God. And when he gets a call that he needs to go finish an album, he's got to go finish that fucking album, okay? And I understand that I'm actually not the most important pop star in his life. So he's got to go, and I'm totally okay with it. He's gone for 10 days, which is just not happening moving forward. But once again, if he gets the call, it's got to fucking happen. Here's why I hate Andrew. every time he calls me on FaceTime, and it's a group activity. So sometimes at the end of the evening, if I've had a martini and I want to just be a nagging cunt of a wife, and I want to explain for the 700th time what a selfless beacon matriarch of perfection I am, I can't be myself when I'm on speakerphone with a variety of artists and co-writers and producers. Now, his partner Ian is one of my best friends that I've known my entire life. So if it's just him and Ian's getting the full show. But if it's, Andrew, Ian, and two strangers songwriters and Niall Horan, I can't be the best bitchiest version of myself. And that's upsetting to me. So every time he calls me, it almost feels like it's by design. He called me from an ice cream shop last night. He's like, we felt like ice cream. I said, you know what I feel like? Buying a gun. I said, enjoy your mint chip. I can smell the fresh waffle cone. He's like, they have the best ice cream. We went to go try it. Everyone says it's the best. They're all waiting in line for fucking ice cream. I said, really, Andrew? Really? You know what I'm doing? I just did a fucking show, okay? And now I'm waking up at 6:30 getting bagels for the kiddos. That's what I'm doing. And you know what Clyde did? Clyde shot himself, and then he crawled up on top of me and put his legs around my neck. I've got feces in my ear, Andrew. Enjoy your ice cream. What? And you know what I said? I really called to bitch. And then I'm on speaker, and everyone's, say hi to Jackie. Hi, Steph. Hi, Ian. Hi, Julian. Hi, Niall. How are you guys? How's the music coming along? And you know what I said? What kind of ice cream did you get? I was ready to rip. And Andrew is what's so annoying about him also is that he's so accountable. He's like, I understand, honey. Like, I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Like, anything I can do from here, please let me know. I want to make this week as easy as possible for you. Please let me know. I appreciate you so much. Like, the text messages, you would die. They're so nice and they're so accountable. But like, at the end of the evening, I still want to call and bitch. I still want to be a bitch about it, and I'm trying not to, but it's really hard for me. I have impulse controls. And then, you know what he does? He just apologizes. But most of the time, I'm on fucking speakerphone. And I'm saying, what kind of ice cream did you get? And they're like, strawberry, stracciatelli, mint chip. I got the vanilla. I'm like, okay, guys, have a great night. I'm going to go shellac this feces off my neck. But have fun, Andrew. Bye. Who doesn't want energy, metabolic, immune, and skin support? Pique is transforming wellness with the absolute best rare and precious plants, cutting-edge ingredients, and formulations rooted in traditional wisdom. Their science-backed botanicals, minerals, and supplements support sustained energy, metabolic function, immune health, and radiant skin, making it easy to live each day with vitality. Am I an alien? We're not sure, but alien-like qualities, probably because I am ingesting all Pique products and have been for so many years. Andrew jokes about me never getting sick. This skin, despite all the martinis and like sodium retention, glowing, honey. And I attribute all of this to Pique. Through and through. I start my day every day with that sun goddess matcha for, it must be like 6 or 7 years now. I will not go about my days without it. Everywhere I go, people will see me carrying some mystery green liquid. Okay, that's the sun goddess matcha. It is crafted from the purest tea leaves. It is smooth. It gives you sustained energy, no jitters, like a calm mind. Your skin will glow. I cannot imagine my life without it. I'm not even not to be dramatic, but I cannot function without it. Plus, the matcha is packed with powerful antioxidants that firm and brighten your skin, giving you a natural glow, plus a focused boost, okay? The natural balance of caffeine and calming compounds. I can't stress it enough. If you haven't tried it, I just feel bad for you. Unlock your healthiest glow and feel the difference. Get up to 20% off for life. I can't believe that. You've got to be kidding me. 20% off for life, a complimentary gift, and explore Pique's clean, pure ingredient wellness rituals at piquelife.com/Bible. That is PIQUE life.com/Bible. You are so welcome. Also, how the fuck is it Thanksgiving next weekend? How is it actually Thanksgiving? Like, that has blown my mind. I am going to Paris in 2 weeks with Heather McMahon. We are so excited. I was like, bitch, let's fucking go. We were texting last night. I was like, this is our trip, okay? We both deserve and need this so badly right now, okay? We're shopping, we're drinking, we're eating. I'm going to take up smoking cigarettes, okay? I'm going to get into it. I have a mission, I have a goal, and I like to really achieve those goals. We are going antiquing. Your girls are finding weird little paintings. We're getting sconces. We've already looked into the shipping situation. We're going to have a day of antiquing. We're going to eat. We're going to like see the sights. We're going to go balls deep. We're going to go have cigarettes at a jazz club with martinis. Like, I'm ready. And I was thinking about this in the shower because I like to go to Paris alone. I've been alone 10 times, which is insane. I was counting and like going through my pictures. I've been to Paris alone 10 times. That's diabolical. One year I went 4 times alone, 4 times pre-Clyde, okay, BC. And as much as I love going alone, I don't really want to get sex trafficked, and I feel like Heather's not going to allow that to happen. And B, like, there is something so fun, like the camaraderie of like going with a girlfriend that you love that likes to do the same things. And we can also, we're fucking adults, like girls in their 20s. They're like, what time's breakfast? What time's it? We're full blown fucking adults. So if I need to like have 3 hours, I'm going to tap out. Heather likes like an afternoon siesta. I'm an early morning riser. Like, we can like dance this dance together so beautifully. The fact that I get to go slug martinis with my bitch, okay, have steak frites. This is my spring break, okay? I'm going full Tara Reid until December 31st. I have not had a window of time or an opportunity to just live, laugh, love, and ever since Clyde's born, this is my window right now because Andrew's going to be home. Andrew's going to be settled, okay? Clyde is in a zone where he has a schedule, and like, I want to fucking eat. I want to fucking drink. I want to fucking shop. I want to fucking buy sconces. Like, I'm ready for it. And then January 1st, we're going to lock it back up and get into a routine. I'm going to start, like, I got a trainer on the horizon. I'm doing all the things. But until then, I have earned the right and the opportunity to just fuck all the way off. I really deserve it. I have been like really, really regiment this whole summer with touring and managing and juggling. And now I want to nest. Okay. I want to put out my sardine ornament. I want to make chili. I want to like be home with Clyde watching The Holiday. I want to live as my all caps self. Okay. It's like a delayed Leo season for me. This holiday season, I'm eating all the shit. I'm drinking all the drinks. I'm la fucking all the way off, okay? I'm going to go to Paris at the beginning of December. I have a list of things I want. I want a Murano pendant for my powder room. I want to buy paintings, okay? I want to get like vintage French, like showgirl posters, okay? I want to bully Heather into going splitsies on a Birkin. I've been working my ass off, doing double time, and I need that week to just go off, okay? It's geriatric spring break, and I can't fucking wait. 2 weeks. I'm so excited. I'm so fucking excited. And now we've said it. Back to the topic of tinned fish really quick. I would just like to go on record and say that despite disparaging tinned fish for approximately 15 minutes at the top of the show, this girl, she still gots it, okay? She still gots it, and don't you fucking forget it. I am someone who is generally enthusiastic about a tinned fish. I would consider myself a tinned fish bish. And I was just recounting most recently a trip to Salty Girl where I indulged in a myriad of tinned fish. Okay, like a tinned mackerel. Maybe that's why I have mercury poisoning. Like a tinned anchovy, like a spicy anchovy. Justice for tinned fish. What else are we going to talk about? Oh, I had like the most beautiful day today. I had a recalibration day and I just got back from Home Goods and I ran into two people that were at the LA show we were all doing the same thing. And I'm like, these really are my people. I went to El Pollo Loco at 11:06 a.m. because I took a little break from podcasting for about an hour. I needed to just like collect myself. And because I felt like my adrenals are off, like they're so like all over the place. I've just been exerting at a very high horsepower for about 48 hours between being the mother of the year and also a touring pop star. And I just was like so exhausted and so like hot, like my serotonin levels, my cortisol, like, you know, when your adrenal glands are just all over the place, that's how I was feeling. So I'm like, I need to take an hour for me and just reset. This is what I did. I went to the Antique Mart at about 10:30, which sells a lot of, ironically, tinned fish, which they're like the perfect gift, a stocking stuffer. By the way, everybody in my life is getting a tinned fish for Christmas this year. So I went perusing through an Antique Mart just to like get the vag tingles going. And I bought like an overpriced ornament. I bought a candle. I have now moved from the Archipelago. I can't say it. I don't know what it's called. Archipelago. That's the candle brand. Don't send me a DM if it's like toxic and like the wax is going to give me brain tumors. I literally don't care. My summertime Archipelago scent is arugula, but we've now moved into red currant. I don't love the red sticker on it because it's a little too on the nose seasonal. And I do not subscribe to the pop of red theory in the home. I just, for whatever reason, like I'm more open to red in like clothing and a shoe and a bag, but I don't like red in the home. I don't know why. I just think it's hard to work with. You know why? It's a bodily fluid color. It always really does come full circle here. Like you can't teach it. So I don't love the red sticker on the red currant candle, but it feels like a warmer holiday rainy day scent. So I picked up one of those candles, okay, at 10:30. Then I popped over to my local El Pollo Loco. It's been a minute. And I got a 3-piece, not a 2-piece. Tara Reed's in town. I got a 3-piece chicken combo, extra crispy, with a pinto bean and a steamed broccoli, flour tortillas, made myself little tacos, sat in the parking lot, okay, looked out into the rain, thought about life, listened to Drops of Jupiter by Train, had my car tacos, have a floating kind of like chicken parcel under the front seat of my car. And that feels like a rite of passage. I feel like I've now broken her in. Where will this chicken end up? We'll never know. Hopefully she'll get caught in the mechanics of, the seat recliner, and she believed she could and she did. Whatever. So we went to El Pollo Loco. Then I popped over to the Woodland Hills Home Goods and I bought some like Hanukkah garland for my foliage bush so that my mother doesn't poltergeist me from the grave. Let me make sure that I turned the camera on. Did she? Oh no. Oh, she did. Oh my God. Okay, great. And I perused Home Goods for about 14 minutes. I picked up some wrapping paper, some bags, some bows, and some garland. I got like cute, kitschy little martini picks. I got 2 green marble soap dishes for $6.99. Like, what are we going to do with that? I don't know. I don't love a free-balling bar of soap, if I'm being totally honest, because it just feels like there's a lot of room for error. I used to have one in my powder bath, and then I started seeing like there was just like soap residue, and it just doesn't feel as clean and sanitary and refreshing as an isolated pump of a high-end soap. Just thinking out loud. But I thought I could use the little green marble dishes for like jewelry, pills, cigarettes, if I can actively pick up a smoking habit in a couple weeks, but that's just me. And then I came home, put my son down for a nap, and I feel so reset. I feel so much better. Like everybody needs to find out what their like toodle day looks like, a self-care day looks like, write it down and just stick it in the back pocket. It used to be for me sushi and a movie. Now movie theaters get me a little, I get a little scared, but oh my God, I did do that last week. I went and saw Begonia, which is so fucking good. She is so fucking good. And what's his face? Andrew, I got it, you guys. Like, it's not even, is it Jesse Plemons? Or Jesse Clemens. I think it's with a P. I'm not going to Google it because I don't want to like do the dead air thing, but Emma Stone is so fucking good. She's so fucking good in this movie, and it keeps you guessing till the very end. Me and Andrew have an ongoing joke, and it's not really a joke. He seriously thinks that I'm an alien, and it's been a topic of conversation for nearly 14 years. He's like, I think you're an alien. It's because I never get sick. It's because he's so fucking dumb that he thinks I'm a genius, but it's just because I use a myriad of words that I don't know what they mean, but he really doesn't know what they mean. So he thinks that I'm just like operating on all cylinders, but it's only because he is so slow. We call him, and by we, I mean just me and my mothership, half speed Haas, because you know, it's all easy breezy, does it Andy? It's all slow. And my tempo is like this. You know what I mean? I'm EDM. We're Electric Daisy Carnival. He is like a cool, slow jazz beat that's just a couple steps behind, through and through. Okay, I'm starting to hear my girlfriends whisper about a legit little pink pill for women. I asked my doctor, and there is an FDA-approved pill called Addyi, clinically proven to boost libido for certain premenopausal women bothered by their low sex drive. Buckle up, bitches. Addyi and I are going for a ride. You can talk to your doctor about Addyi or have an online telehealth appointment at addyi.com. A little pink pill. Tell your girlfriends. Use coupon code BIBLE for a $10 telemed appointment at addyi.com.
Addyi, or flibanserin, is for premenopausal women with acquired generalized hypoactive sexual desire disorder, HSDD, who have not had problems with low sexual desire in the past, who have had low sexual desire no matter the type of sexual activity, the situation, or the sexual partner. This low sexual desire is troubling to them and is not due to a medical or mental health problem, problems in the relationship, or medicine or other drug use. Addyi is not for use in children, men, or to enhance sexual performance. Your risk of severe low blood pressure and fainting is increased if you drink 1 to 2 standard alcoholic drinks close in time to your Addyi dose. Wait at least 2 hours after drinking before taking Addyi at bedtime. This risk increases if you take certain prescriptions, OTC or herbal medications, or have liver problems, and can happen when you take Addyi without alcohol or other medicines. Do not take if you are allergic to any of Addyi's ingredients. Allergic reaction may include hives, itching, or trouble breathing. Sometimes serious sleepiness can occur. Common side effects include dizziness, nausea, tiredness, difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep, and dry mouth. See full PI and medication guide, including boxed warning, at addyi.com/PI. Addyi.
addyi.com. A little pink pill. Tell your girlfriends. Use coupon code BIBLE for a $10 telemed appointment at addyi.com. So yeah, it was amazing. I went and saw it. I'm going to go see, I just bought tickets actually to go see Die My Love, which like, I'm really looking forward to. Everyone says it's fucking incredible. Jennifer's incredible, obviously. And I'm so excited to see it because I am a patron of the arts and a supporter of women in theater. And I really do love, especially when it's raining, like going and seeing a movie. But like there was a while there where it was making me very, very anxious. I remember seeing The Whale whilst newly pregnant, and something about Brendan Fraser as a fat fuck shoving his face in an enclosed space made me so paranoid and like a jumping, like I was just sweating. I went to a different movie theater last week to see Begonia, and I haven't been to like an AMC theater recently. We come to this place for magic. By the way, everyone was so like deeply geriatric and Caucasian, and this AMC is like not in the cutest part of town. So like I was looking around, I'm like, where are the gays? Where are the cute young moms in the leggings? Okay. It was just like, it was a lot of ices, if you know what I mean. And when Nicole Kidman came on in the previews, which by the way, AMC does 30 fucking minutes of previews, which is disgusting. Another march. Unfucking believable. For the Tin Fish and 30 minutes of previews, like you have to get the fuck out of here. That's insane. If the movie starts at 2:30, 2:45, fine. The movie did not start till 2:58. That is crazy. That is 28 minutes. 28 minutes. That's almost 30% of the whole entirety of the film. That's fucking crazy. But when Nicole Kidman came on and she looks up and she goes, "We come to this place for magic," I was looking for anyone that I could to be like, are we witnessing this together? Because I haven't really seen it in the flesh in so long. I go to my local movie theater, which has like the bar and the crudité and I hate the word crudité, like a cheese platter, truffle popcorn fry situation. It's lovely. But the AMC theater has seat heaters, which I was not privy to. And there's something kind of delicious about smuggling in a frozen Junior Mint amidst a menstrual cycle, having a heated seat and looking like a supermodel in the off-brand AMC. Just saying, you might want to try it out. I don't know how we got here, but yeah, she had a day of self-care and I'm feeling back. I'm feeling frisky. And I know the point of this. You guys, I'm so sorry. It's NAD. I don't know what to tell you. At the Home Goods, I ran into two women that were at the show in LA, gave them a big ol' hug. Our carts looked identical. And I was like, wow, what a time to be alive. You know, on Saturday, we're shaking our tits on a stage at the Fonda Theater in Los Angeles. And approximately 30 hours later, I'm just buying Christmas garland. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a sight to behold. You know, I meant to read this on stage, but I didn't know how a live performance of a haiku was going to go. So instead, I would like to leave you with an inspirational pre-Thanksgiving week poem. This was written by a man named Nick Bob. He sent this via DM a couple weeks ago, and I completely forgot about it until this morning. And it is nothing short of a masterpiece. It is one of the most well-written, moving pieces of literature that I've bore retinas on in so many moons. I mean, the last book that I read was Jessica Simpson's book that by the way, I was just encouraging a whole table full of strangers to order this last week. And I still, for the life of me, cannot remember the name of this fucking book. It's either, is it Wide Open? Is it Wide Open? Or is it In the Skin? Or is it With You? Okay, hold on. What is... Oh God, more dead air. What is Jessica Simpson's book? Okay. Is it Wide Open? Oh no, it's Open Book. See, we did this. I went to this amazing kind of like book launch birthday dinner for Michelle Maros, which everyone's like, wow, Jackie, that feels off brand. Her mom is Peaceful Barb. They have a podcast together. She just published a book called Dear Friend. And it's like a daily affirmation, which is so funny because everyone's like, Jackie, have you met yourself? But I went to this dinner like kind of blind. I sat next to Goldie Hawn. It was unbelievable. We were having martinis, time of my life, anything to leave my son at home and, support women in the arts, obviously. So go check out her book. It's called Dear Friend. And they had the most beautiful, intimate dinner at Giorgio Baldi. I put on a pair of leather shorts, slugged martinis, and just like met all of these amazing women. And of course, like naturally, the conversation just went to Jessica Simpson because that's like really all I have to offer. I made a joke, something to the degree of like, this is the first book that I have picked up, Michelle Maros's book. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Because I don't read and I desperately need Hooked on Phonics. And I was like, this is the first book that I've had in my hand since Jessica Simpson's book. And the girls are like, wait, Jessica Simpson has a book? I haven't read it. And I was like, honey, where were you? Like, it is quite literally Island of the Blue Dolphins, open book by Jessica Simpson, and then, you know, Dear Friend by Michelle Maros. Those are the only 3 books I've had in my hand in the past 20 years. And I had every single person at that table on Amazon ordering Jessica Simpson's book wide open. And besides those 3 books, it just reinvigorated my love of literature. And this beautiful soul named Nick wrote me this gorgeous poem. And for no reason, and I'd like to share it with you because it's really unbelievable. Alistair, if we could cue up some beautiful, poetic, kind of Shakespearean, but like soft music, that would be lovely. Here it goes. From humble beginnings in community college, she didn't realize high school wasn't completed by knowledge. She lived off shark meat and cheap bagged wine. Went to San Diego for love, but never did find what would be her best board short wearing man. He wore Quicksilver and Oakleys with a tan. They loved their teppanyaki, but she had other things in mind. A vision beyond banking, yet with patience she'd find. She didn't need that career because she was a star. This is feeling a little self-indulgent. Calling out bullshit from near and afar. She gained a big audience her job couldn't take, so from them she parted ways, with them to make her own stake. She continued to make content, for lack of a better word. She started gaining a following and would soon be assured that while not all guests were hits, some do it better, with the likes of Morgan Stewart, Joanna, and Heather. Although these guests thrived, there was always a peak. And that was when Jackie did some solo speak. Whether exploiting Andrew or recording Max, her show grew in masses and her guests got the axe. Though she had guest stars like Gloria and Joe, her star power rose, you wouldn't know. Amen. During a pandemic fraught with uncertainty, she established herself loudly and blatantly. She envisioned a screenplay called Frankly, Anne, woke Wanda, even featured Carly Rae Jepsen. Oh, Carly Rae Jepsen. Maybe that's the rhyme. Okay, I like it. And while new projects started, old ideas were flowing. Like Maureen, Carla, and Nell, you best be knowing. He writes, that's part 1. I'm tipsy and I'm going to sleep. There's supposed to be a rhyme scheme. I think you can figure it out, but also let me know if this needs to be workshopped. I also take constructive criticism. What a fucking star. I mean, that's like the nicest thing anyone's ever wrote for me. That's better than like my vows. And there is another part, but I can't find it right now, so I'm going to read it later. I hope that wasn't too self-indulgent of a tangent. I just felt like I needed to share it because it was so beautiful. It's got a lot of deep cuts and it shows a lot of rich bitch Bible history because guess what? My anniversary is coming up of the podcast. Am I in my 13th year or am I entering my 14th year? It's getting dark. It's getting dark. Imagine. Oh, by the way, I met someone in the parking lot yesterday. So sweet. I was at the farmer's market with Clyde and she rolled her windows down and she's like, I love your podcast. You're never allowed to retire. And I said, no promises. And she just drove away. As like my hair extensions are like falling out of my head. Clyde is like sitting in a puddle, like with feces. I'm just like, whatever. Anyways, thank you so much for everything, really. And give us 5 stars on iTunes. She's back in business. Love you. Sorry. Bye.